We're gonna definitely get into it right now. So with all this talk going on about different things, I just wanted to think about something real quick. I think I've been asking the same question for about 2 weeks. A lot of people haven't really said anything about the questions I've been asking, but just wonder who the best opponent is right now for a guy like Tank Davis. So in boxing right now, are we saying that Tank best opponent right now would be a Devin Haney? From what I'm seeing right now, I still think everybody think the best opponent right now for Tank is Devin Haney. Even after the video coming out. Because for the last 2 weeks I've been asking the same question, like who's the best guy y'all think for Tank to fight? No matter what happens, it just comes back to Devin Haney. No Shakur Stevenson, nobody else, no Andy Cruz. It's a Frank Martin fight, but the resume ain't lining up like that. I know with or without that video, that resume got to get right. Oh yeah, you saw how big he was at that. Man, go look at how big he was at I don't know about 180. I don't know about 180, but 170 he was pretty heavy that last fight. I think it's only because they was at that weight for so long though. But I definitely think 170. Yeah, I know Tank, man. He was up there when he first came around. When he first went pro, he was getting heavy. So I could see Rolly being that heavy. 170. Yeah, I can see 170, dog. I agree with that. I don't know about 180 though, because these guys ain't that tall. I think Canelo probably walks around 180. I can see Tank touching 160 though. Rolly 170, most definitely though. I seen Eastside Cruz recently. Man, he got a little heavy too, bro. I don't know. He might be 170. The way he was looking recently, I didn't really watch the press conference like that. I watched little highlights, but Eastside Cruz was heavy. That's what kind of threw me off. I was like, wow. Yeah, he was definitely heavy for so I think both of those guys, they closer to 70 now. 170. 180, I don't know. I know it's guys that probably are. I think Matias get up there too, probably 165. But that's normal though. In high school, they do the same thing. Man, I was just thinking about him. I was just thinking about him. Man, that dude was, bro. He weighs more than Deontay Wilder when they walking around. That's the crazy thing. Like when he just walking around, he weighs more than Wilder. He be like 230, 240. Man, rehydrate to 200 from 160. That's crazy. He went from what 230? What he weighed last time? 220. He went from 220 to what? How much that was? Let me think. 220 to 175. So he lost like 50 pounds to fight Bivol. Yeah, Zordo be heavy, man. He has a lot of weight. He got that fight coming up too. You know, he got that fight coming on in about 2 or 3 weeks. No, I say 3 or 4 weeks. Yeah, I'm trying to see if he gonna make that fight happen. Hey, he might have a fight in Saudi Arabia, man. Don't be surprised. I'll let you know right now. Dang. I ain't even see the weigh in. I'm trying to see if I'm gonna watch both fights. Just to watch it. I'm trying to see if I'm gonna watch both fights. I know somebody said Rick and Diaz gonna fight bare knuckle tonight. Who said that last night? Trap Media said that? I still ain't looked it up, man. I'm gonna look it up before I get off of here later on. I'm gonna end up watching that fight though. I mean, there's nothing else to watch right now. You know, everybody talking about the sparring going on right now. But I'm gonna watch the fights going on later on. They got 2 championship fights coming on later on tonight. And those belts might be guys that anyway might fight next year. So these fights kind of important right now. People don't know that, but I'm letting y'all know that these guys might fight anyway next year. So this what these fights about tonight that's coming on Top Rank. Everybody ain't gonna say that, but yeah, that's what that about. But I don't know. It should be interesting. Like I said, don't be surprised if you see Tank Davis try to jump down to 126. If anyway get down there, man. I heard some stuff. It's very possible. But that's crazy that he weighed in at his career high though. He gonna go in there trying to knock him out. He ain't looked that. I mean, he looked hard in his last fight, but I don't know, man. I might have to count him out in this one. I need to look at freaking the hold on, man. They say it's May 11th. I don't know when it's fighting. They said Rick and Diaz supposed to fight bare knuckle May 11th. I thought he was saying that like it was gonna happen tonight. Oh yeah, me too. He was getting whooped in that fight. The crowd kind of made it look different. You know what I'm saying? But he was definitely getting whooped them last 4 rounds. He was tired too. He was gassed. Jake Paul ain't got no gas tank. He ain't got no gas tank. He already said yesterday he trying to fight Tommy Fury. Yeah, that's crazy. They got Riggedy out fighting bare knuckle now. Hey, he might go out there and whoop him, man. You know he about that life. You can't run in that. That's gonna be crazy. They got boxers in bare knuckle now. I was gonna say that recently, but it was only one that I knew. Now it's two. Hey, what's going on in PVC, man? They got these dudes going to bare knuckle boxing now. Bare knuckle fighting, I mean, that's crazy. Oh yeah. Them uppercuts. That's what boxers need to be doing now, man. He was doing that better than boxers do. A lot of these dudes don't know how to clinch. He was just doing little veteran tactics. That's all you gotta do to Jake Paul for real. He a finesse fighter. He's not like a rough fighter. You know what I'm saying? He's not like a brawler or something like that. I don't even know the dude he fighting though. I gotta look that up, man. I posted the fight and everything. I don't even know he fighting. A lot of these dudes I be seeing before already though. I just want to see some fights before next week. They got this Joshua fight coming on Friday. That's crazy. In the middle of the day. Oh yeah, he is. He is facts. That's a great way to put it. He definitely is. He definitely is. You know, it's hard to. Everybody can't knock him out, man. It's hard to knock him out. Everybody saying Terrence Crawford did do it. They thought it was gonna be easy, but nah, he a hard guy to knock out, and he gonna fight everybody with no tune up. I ain't even look at the picture. I don't know, man. Should be a good fight. Dang. I don't know his opponent he gonna fight though. Yeah, Benavidez, he the Nate Diaz of boxing though. Yeah, you think he gonna stop rolling? I don't know if he gonna stop him, but I know that gas tank gonna work. That's what I was thinking too. I'm like Pitbull got a gas tank. That's what he had against Tank. He was still fighting at the end against Tank. He hard to slow down. He definitely hard to slow down. I can see Tank if Pitbull win the belt, I can see Tank going to 40 and trying to get that belt. Just to entertain it. Don't be surprised something like that happen. Yeah, I can see that happening. You know, he talked more about 140 than 135. He know more people at 140, so. But Pitbull got a gas tank though. That's what Rolly don't have, man. He got a right hand, but Pitbull, he got a gas tank. And he can throw punches up low to the body, to the head. Yeah, that's gonna be bad for Rolly Romero. But you know, whoever win that fight gotta fight that old man, Barroso. That'll be a good fight with him and Pitbull, though. I ain't gonna lie. That's who I got winning the fight. Now Pitbull can kind of pull something off as far as a knockout. I'll be good with that too, but I can see him winning that fight. It's 12 rounds. Hey, who you think the best opponent for Tank though? You think Devin Haney the best opponent for Tank? Because now that Pitbull at 140. Nobody said nothing about if Pitbull win the belt, about him fighting somebody like Devin Haney or something. I'm just saying. It'll take a little while to happen, but if they won their next two fights, it can happen. That definitely could happen. But I don't think Devin Haney gonna be at 140 a long time. I think he gonna leave soon. He got that Sandor Martin guy. I know ESPN gonna wanna they signed him already trying to get the belt. So he might fight him next. Well, he gotta fight him next. I think he the mandatory, so he might drop that belt. I don't know. That's from what I seen. Yeah, exactly. I don't think Rolly move enough for that though. You know what I'm saying? He got Rolly kind of just slide. He don't really shuffle and change angles like a Frank Martin or a Lomachenko or something. He kind of slides. He doesn't really. And Cruz, he gonna be trying to run into that. Cause you know Cruz fight like he fight more like Barroso. He can box, but he mostly a brawler. He can punch. He don't have extreme power, but he got enough power to knock you out or stop you. That's what I'm saying. I don't know what Rolly gonna be doing. Is he gonna be jabbing? I mean, Cruz gonna try to run around that jab. Yeah, he do look like him, don't he? Hey, you just noticed that? Hey, I thought that was the same person for a while. When Gamboa first popped up, I thought that was the same person when he first popped up. That's funny. Yeah, when Gamboa first popped up, that's what I thought he was. That's funny. Yeah, that's crazy. Hey, Gamboa got a resume though. You see, he got Tank on there, Devin Haney. Hey, Gamboa got a nice little resume, man. Terrence Crawford on there. He one of them guys. He done fought everybody. But I don't know, man. I've been watching. I was watching Tank for a long time. I felt like when he got to that, um, when he got to that fight with Gamboa, I ain't gonna lie, I was disappointed in that fight. Everybody was happy. You know, a lot of people were new fans. But I felt like, he should have stopped them in the 5th round. You know what I'm saying? Me being a long time fan, I kind of knew like to tank, standards, that was like a C performance. You know what I'm saying? Just because he wasn't supposed to get outboxed like that. Gamboa had that Achilles torn on his leg. Oh, Gamboa ain't that small though. Man, Gamboa a small guy. I think Gamboa could have made 30 back then. He a smaller guy. I forgot what weight Gamboa fought Crawford at. I don't know if it was 35 or 40. That was a while ago. Yeah, a lot of these guys be at 35 too long. That's why Devin Haney with Ryan Garcia was at 135 too long. They just moved to 140. They probably should have moved up to 140 like 2 or 3 years ago. That's why a lot of these fights need to start happening. These guys gonna start getting bigger soon. Watch. In about 2 years, all these guys gonna be different sizes. Everybody trying to shrink down to make it happen, but they gonna slow down soon. Watch. Gamboa was at 135 too long though. I wonder what he fought Crawford at though. Thinking that was 35. That was like right around the time. Cause I know Breeders Prescott, he was at 135 and 140. He fought Crawford at 40. Dang. Oh, so Gamboa fought Crawford at 35. Yeah. Man, that fight was at 135. That's crazy. Man, Gamboa 135 his whole career. Gamboa a smaller guy. He be in shape, man. Yeah, I remember that fight was supposed to happen. I ain't like get Billy Joe Saunders since, man. He trying to make a comeback now. He ain't fought since 2021. Canelo be retiring these dudes. He ain't fought since Canelo fight. That was what, 3 years ago. That's why I be like, dudes be like, man, I want to fight Canelo. I want a Canelo payday. Man, when dudes say that, bro, that mean dudes trying to retire. Cause after they fight Canelo, they retire, bro. John Ryder, Charlo ain't been seen. We got Billy Joe Saunders, Kovalev. Crazy, man. I'm talking about all these dudes. Don't nobody want to talk about that though. They want to say how Canelo doing the best for boxing. These dudes retiring after they fight Canelo. They ain't even fighting no more. Ain't contributing to nothing. Getting the payday and walking out the door. They quitting on their last day. And everybody saying Canelo helping boxing. All right. He helping Canelo right now. He ain't helping boxing. Let's get it understood. It's two different things. They ain't making no stars right now in boxing. Mike Tyson got guys, man, who you ain't never heard of before. He done made them famous from either knocking them out or getting knocked down. But these guys, they retiring stars. People say stars or pound for pound in 2015 and 17. Nah, man. This era of boxing looking bad right now. Like this era of boxing really looking bad, bro. Like when you look back on it, it's gonna look bad. It's so bad now. We gotta explain everything that's going on in boxing. That's how bad it is. That Billy Joe Saunders fight was crazy though. I think a lot of them guys they making mistakes though as far as the way they going about fights like Canelo. It's really not good to associate yourself with those guys right now. To be honest, if you're a boxer, I wouldn't associate myself with Canelo. Man, I have no idea. They keep pushing it back and they bringing up other fights. Then they said I forgot the last fight. That last fight Taylor had. I forgot the girl's name. Damn. I don't know what's wrong with my brain today. But that last fight she had, yeah, she was Katie Taylor looked bad in that last fight. I think she did she switch weight classes? Is she moving up or what is she doing? Didn't she move up or something like that or was thinking about it? She got some other stuff going on right now, right? It's a couple of rematches they want her to do, bro. It's a couple of rematches. She has some close fights. I'm not gonna lie, she does have some action packed fights, man. Her fights are must see TV, but she don't do no rematches. She got some good fights, but I just want to see one rematch. That's it. She don't do a lot of those rematches. Oh, right now, I think Bumgarner get her right now. I think right now. Just because of the competition she fighting right now. Now, if Serrano go and fight somebody like Katie Taylor, then fight Baumgartner, I'll probably pick Serrano in that fight. I ain't gonna lie. I'd rather have her coming off a big fight or something like that. It just makes sense in my mind. But I think it's a 50-50 fight though. I think it's close. I don't know. I don't know who for sure wins. You know what I'm saying? I think Baumgartner been doing a lot more though. Man, look, that's what I'm saying, and that's what I'm saying. And I like Cambosos, but man, he's had a few. Was that Maxie Hughes fight a split decision? It had to be. I wonder if Cambosos is gonna get stopped by Lomachenko. If he gets stopped by Lomachenko, oh man, that'll be crazy. Nobody give him a chance to get Lomachenko though. I don't think nobody think he can beat Lomachenko. Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy. I was actually driving while that fight was on. So I'm watching it. And then I missed like the last 3 or 4 rounds, but I was watching it driving. And then when When I heard decision, I was like, man, it looked like Kambosos was losing. So that's what kind of threw me off. I was like, I thought Kambosos lost that fight. But Hughes finna fight Zepeda though. But Zepeda didn't want to fight Tank. That's the crazy part. Zepeda don't got no belt, but he turned down a Tank fight. But he'll rather fight Lomachenko. That's crazy. These guys keep running towards Lomachenko like he an easy fight now. A lot of these guys gonna start getting embarrassed in a minute. They need to hurry up and have that Kambosos fight so Lomachenko can kind of embarrass these young guys. Zepeda like, yeah, I'd rather fight Lomachenko than Tank. Like, okay, go over there then. We'll love to see you get embarrassed. That's not no easy fight. You ain't finna be moving around like that. These guys crazy, man. They should have got Lomachenko when he was an actor. When Lomachenko wasn't fighting like that, they should have got him then. But now he moving around a lot more. That's gonna be a crazy fight. Hey, this month gonna be a lot of fights on. It's gonna be a lot of fights on this month, straight. Tell you. After that Joshua fight, they gonna have the Zepeda fight. I know Oscar Valdez fight. I think you were talking about that Oscar Valdez last night, when you? Oscar Valdez. Hey, who else fighting? I know Gilberto Ramirez fighting. They got a couple of fights, man. I can't remember all of them. But they got a fight on every weekend. I just don't know no fights for May right now. Like, what is Canelo doing in May? I keep hearing about this Munguia fight. That's insane. That would have been crazy. That would have been crazy. That's kind of like what Ryan was doing the other day with Devin Haney, wasn't it? Hey, that's kind of, if you look at what Ryan Garcia doing, that's kind of what he's doing with Devin Haney right now. That would have been crazy. Rolly a funny guy. He funny. That way ain't gonna be so funny with him and Pitbull. You know, Pitbull be getting mad before he go to a fight. That's gonna be so funny. Yeah, that would have been hilarious. That's what Rolly doing now, man. He doing the best imitation of him right now. This dude smoking on camera, all kind of stuff. What, a month before the fight? I can't bet on you doing that. That's funny though. Hey, Rolly trying to get a rematch with Tank and Ryan Garcia. Do you think Tank will rematch any of those guys? I'm just asking. Now I'm hearing them names pop up, and they both at 140. So I got a feeling Tank will move to 140 if he need to. They got Isak Cruz up there now, Rolly, Ryan Garcia, Tiafimo, all the guys who want to fight. There's nobody at 135. I mean, if he fought Frank Martin, who's he gonna fight after that at 135? No Lomachenko. Just makes sense. A lot of guys gonna get exposed this year though. It's gonna be some close fights this year, starting next week. I don't see a lot of people picking Joseph Parker next week in the heavyweight fight. A lot of people saying Joshua gonna win, but hey man, like I said, some things in that Joshua fight. And Gunner coming in there to win, man. He know what's going on. It's gonna be a good fight though. Tonight gonna be a good fight. Hey, these fights tonight, definitely gonna be a good fight. That dude Polanco, whatever his name is, he got a right hand like Rolling. I've seen him fight a couple of times. I think he fight tonight on Top Rank card. Yeah, I can't stand David Hay fights, man. I don't know why. I'd rather watch Dillian White and Chisora fight than David Hay. David Hay boring. Boring. I know Klitschko is boring, but David Hay fights be boring to me. See, I like Chisora better. You see what he did against Usyk. If that would have been David Hay, that would have been a boring fight. Klitschko don't help either though. Them dudes don't move a lot. They used to just jab and move, and that was it mostly. That's crazy what's going on in the boxing world right now. We really not gonna have no big fights this year. I think this year the biggest fights we're gonna have is this Devin Haney fight, that Bitterviv and Bivol fight. And at the end of the year, I don't know, whatever they do in Saudi Arabia. But it's not really no fights that people really thinking about, like, oh, at the end of the year, we can have this fight. It's all over the place right now. In boxing, we just fighting a whole bunch of randoms right now. Yeah, man. And Tyson Fury ain't want no rematch. They want no kind of rematch. These dudes don't do no rematches these days. Back in the day, guys used to fight 2 or 3 times. That's why I was surprised when Floyd fought Maidana twice. I'm like, okay. Because, people say he don't want to rematch Maidana. He did it quick, shut all that down. I was like, okay, you can wipe that off his resume. Well, he rematched somebody. As far as like Maidana, people say he wasn't gonna do that. So, but it's definitely a masterclass as far as what Floyd put on. But that Klitschko fight with Fury got some action-packed fights though. But that's not one of them. That's definitely not one of them. Man, we should have had that fight with him 2 weeks ago. The boxing world don't want to put no pressure on these guys. That's what I'm saying. I don't know why they complain when they just paying for some stuff that they okay with. You gonna wait on the fight, what, in 6 months, 5 months, however long it's gonna take? All these fights that's really like that we're waiting on, it's gonna be in like April, May, June. I don't know why they pushing all these fights back. Right now, we only having 2 fights a year now. Soon it's gonna be only 1 fight. Your favorite fight gonna get in the ring one time, that's it. Man, he's a terrible referee. You see what he did in that Virgil Ortiz fight? Bro, I was so mad after that fight. I don't even know if I said anything about it. I think I did, but then he did it on the card where he had Barroso on there, a guy he just robbed 6 months ago that everybody know about. Yeah, it's time for him to retire, man. Everyone was complaining about the other referee. I forgot the guy's name that just retired. I think he did Pacquiao versus Floyd. But this guy, Weeks, he's the worst, man. He definitely got to do better. I used to think he was decent back in the day, but I don't know. These big fights kind of putting pressure on him. He's trying to save certain guys and stuff like that. It's going too bad lately. He's definitely one of the guys I don't like when he referees, man. They starting to heat up though. I think this year, man, we got to focus on the lower level boxers, like the guys who's contenders, like #1 contenders. But the champions, they ain't gonna do much. Sanctioning bodies kind of worrying about who's gonna lose the belt, who's not. They're not gonna give out no tough mandatory, so we just gotta focus on these dream fights, sparring matches. I don't know. That's crazy, bro. This sparring match, we about to have Ngannou fight next week with Joshua, and this sparring match is taking over the world. It's crazy. And people saying boxing. That's why Jake Paul fighting tonight, though. And people wonder, like, oh, why Jake Paul fighting tonight? Because everybody worrying about a sparring match right now. While you're worrying about a sparring match, Jake Paul finna jump in the ring. I bet if they ask him about a sparring match today, he'd be like, what? What sparring match y'all talking about? I got to fight tonight. That's crazy. He's taking boxing more serious than guys' favorite fighter, man. That's wild. That's definitely something I might have to talk about later on. That's crazy. Yeah, oh my God. So he was a referee for that fight? Oh yeah, he was, because he had all that blood on his shirt. Oh man. I watched that fight live too. That's the crazy part. I wasn't even like expecting to watch that fight. I turned towards the fight while it was happening. It's like right before the cut happened. That's crazy. Man, that's wild. That's when I seen Bitter Biv had that same cut. I was like, they ain't gonna stop it, cause it's not like how Battle Jut was. Yeah, man, that was crazy, man. That dude skull was almost open, basically. This dude walking around, letting the fight go on. That's crazy, man. That Barroso fight, people won't forget about that. The Ismael Barroso fight, people not gonna forget about that. Ain't nobody gonna forget about Barroso fight, especially after he got that knockout. I told people he was gonna get the knockout. I said, hey, I said, don't be surprised if Ismael Barroso get this knockout. They worrying about how old he is. He went out there and got the knockout. They try to downplay him, man. That's crazy. That's why I want to see him fight. I don't know, man. If Rolly win, I'm not gonna be mad. He gonna have to fight Barroso, but if he don't, Eastside Cruz gotta fight him. It's gonna be a good fight either way. Now I'd be surprised if Barroso go out there and beat Eastside Cruz. Now, if Barroso beat Eastside Cruz, that'll be crazy. If he does that, that'll shut boxing down. It's not like Eastside Cruz is Tank Davis or something, but it'll still be a big deal. It was a big deal what he did to Rolling. That's crazy. Tony Weeks doing all that, man. I should go back. Somebody told me to do that recently. I'm gonna do the video too. I remember what they said. I gotta go back and look at some scores, and there's other stuff I'm supposed to look at. Yeah, he did have a bad cut. He did have a bad cut. I thought it was gonna stop the fight. I thought they would have stopped the fight. And Woodley got caught, man. I was like, this dude, man. This dude went out there and got caught, man. Oh yeah, he had no choice. He had no choice. I thought he would have boxed a little better though. Man, I'm so glad I ain't bet on him. I was thinking about betting on him too. That would have been the biggest mistake I ever made. He wasn't trying to do nothing in that fight, man. That's why I'm gonna see how this fight go tonight. Jake Paul get a knockout, shoot, that'll be good. I want to see what kind of boxers he fight in the future though. Let me see. Tonight. Oh, Ryan Borland. Yeah. That's gonna be good. Yeah, Woodley, man. I thought Woodley was gonna have some better hands than that. I'm like, man. Man, you see how Woodley got put down like Manny Pacquiao? And he got put down like Pacquiao in that fight. Yeah, this Borland guy, I think they're gonna try to say he's getting stopped. They got what round? Jake Paul gonna stop him. That's crazy. It's pretty surprising. Yeah, they're gonna. I ain't think they was gonna stop that. Nah. Nah, actually, hold on, let me see. It was getting pretty bad though, I ain't gonna lie. He wasn't punching as much. If he would have kept punching him in that same spot, it would have been stopped. He wasn't rocking Jake Paul though. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know what he was thinking. That's why he ended up getting dropped. I'm like, he was just rocking him, man. That's how it was in that Fury fight though. When he was fighting Otto Wallin. That's exactly how it was. It was like that in that Fury fight. I was like, whoa. Oh yeah, this come on tonight. We gonna have this fight on tonight. These 3 fights is coming on tonight. They gonna be decent. I'm gonna try to catch that other fight though. I thought Rick and Diaz was fighting tonight, man. I forgot who said that last night. I was gonna ask him when. He said he gonna fight. They were gonna fight bare knuckle boxing or Rick and Diaz. I just don't know what date. I know they fight tonight, but it said something about May. Yeah, when you look back, yeah, that was a bad matchup. They should have had somebody else. I don't know why they ain't have Canelo fight, man. That would have been a good fight. I ain't gonna lie. When you look back, they got some They got some bad matchups. Like the matchmaking, it ain't that good. Even with the Jeff Horn fight, that fight was like in the middle of the summer. It was just a throw it off fight, man. I don't understand. But Margarito, he was getting whooped by Manny, man. See how his eye was? It was all swollen. Oh no, most definitely not. American either. American should have jumped in there. He should have fought at 54 or something first, but to just jump straight up at 54 and fight Canelo, that was crazy. Yeah, Josito, he fought everybody though. If you look at his resume, he kind of like Gamboa a little bit. They fought a lot of people, but he should have never fought Canelo though. You know, Canelo was fighting everybody at 47 back then though, so I think they just wanted to see if he was ready. So he was fighting most of the guys that people in America already fought. That's why if you look at Canelo, he fought most of those guys that other people fought already. They wanted to see if he was ready for somebody like Floyd, and they thought he was. He wasn't. That's what I thought they was gonna do with Tank, man. They ain't doing that right now. Nah, Benavidez don't get that fight. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. The reason why I say it's a wrap is the reason why I say it's a wrap on that fight. Let me tell you why. Canelo can't sit here and tell me that Jamel Charlo did everything that he needed him to, but Benavidez is hard to work with. Yeah, that's what I'm saying though. Hey, that's what I'm saying though, Marco. That's what I'm saying, bro. He doing the same thing with everybody else. Floyd cool with it. Floyd cool with it. You know, 1 minute Floyd to say it's too many belts. You know, it's too many things going on. But then he'll turn around and do that like that. Too many belts. Then he'll say Canelo can do what he want. Floyd said Canelo can do what he want though. So he can. But the thing I'm saying is, I have no problem with Canelo doing what he want to. He just got to get a belt up. He's stopping too many fights right now. Because now Charlo, we don't have Charlo around no more. Canelo fed him too good. Strength tripping. I mean, nah, Al Haymon got more money than Floyd, but he definitely got more money than Floyd. I know that personally. But he had more money than Floyd before Floyd was around. But I'll say, I don't know, man. He know what he doing, man. He got a lot of responsibility. I know what he be doing behind the scenes, so that's why I don't be saying much about that situation. But Al Haymon got a lot of guys he got to watch. He got to babysit a lot of. He got to babysit a lot of grown men, bro. Real talk. If you want me to say that, to be honest with you, it's a lot of grown men be calling his phone and I need this, I need that. So yeah, it's a lot of that be going on. That's why it's kind of hard for people to just say him in one situation. He got a whole bunch of stuff be going on. I know that personally. For real, for real. Like no internet. Oh no, they ain't. Nah, that ain't Mexican fans. Hey Shrek, that's not Mexican fans. Nah, I got some Mexican homeboys that ain't Mexican fans. Those American fans. American fans. Those are American fans. The Mexicans, they want Benavidez to fight Canelo. I'm telling you. You can ask anybody. Because right now, hey Shrek, you notice they ain't pushing Munguia out there. No, it won't, bro. No, it will not. No, it will not. I promise you, it will not do numbers. Let me tell you why I won't do numbers. I thought about it. Let me tell you why. Triple G3 didn't do numbers. Everybody begged for that Triple G3 fight. That Triple G3 fight didn't do numbers. I don't think it did, bro. I'm still trying to find the numbers for Triple G3. I don't think it did good numbers. I don't think it. I think it did do decent numbers as far as pay-per-view, but as far as their last trilogy fight, I don't know if it was big as the first two. It didn't feel like it, as far as I know. But I don't know. I want to see that fight though. At this point right now, if I can't get nothing else, I'll watch McGill fight. But hey, what if McGill lose to Canelo? Then what's gonna happen then? 800K. They did 800K. That's a lot. 800K. Hold on, let me see something. 800K. Yeah, that's a lot. Yeah, I can believe 800K. Yeah, that's respectable. If Triple G3 would have fought in 2019-20, I think Canelo would have fought. I think Canelo would have won that. I think Canelo would have won it. I don't know. I can see. I ain't gonna lie. Marco's probably right. I can see him. I can see Munguia do 800K. What that is? In May. Yeah, I can see that happening. I ain't gonna lie. Now that I think about it, I can see that happening. I ain't gonna lie. I can see that happening now. Now that I think about it. Because if he don't fight Benavidez, that will be the only fight everybody want to see. Yeah, you right. He right. I don't know, man. I think Canelo will win it. I'm not gonna lie. I thought Triple G was better probably around 16, 17, probably 18. But I think wasn't that what 19? Wasn't that the year Canelo beat Kovalev? So I'll probably go with Canelo that year. I don't know. I would like to see Morrell fight Munguia. That would be an excellent fight. To be honest with you, I wouldn't have had no problem seeing Morrell fight then Munguia fighting Canelo or anything like that. I just want to see the fight. I haven't seen these guys against anybody. But this fight right here, um, right now I say Benavidez. I haven't seen enough from Morrell. I don't know much about what he does. He has a similar style to Benavidez. He's a bigger guy, and thing about Morrell is he's actually getting bigger still. He's still like developing his muscle and getting stronger. So it's kind of hard to say he'll get beat by a guy like Benavidez right now. But Morrell supposed to fight and Billy, I think, next. If you look at their thing, what's it called? I forgot what's it called, but their ranking. So I want to see that Morrell versus and Billy fight. That and Billy guy, the guy who fought on Bitter BF card, he's good. Marcos, he a beast. Yeah, I don't know why they ain't do that. And then Gabe Rosado, he was doing some. That last fight he had against Munguia, he did decent in that fight. That Jacobs and Gabe fight, did you see that Gabe and Jacobs fight? I think it was during the shutdown, like 2020, might have been 2021. Oh my God, it was horrible. That was one of the most boring fights I ever seen in my life. Nobody talks about that fight. That fight was boring, man. One of the worst. I don't know. It looked like he aiming for a guy 54, man. Look like he aiming for 54. It might be Tim Zoo. Right now, the names he requesting is Tim Zoo, It's no Canelo right now, so he going for a legacy fight. A lot of people want to get Tim Tszyu on their resume. If Tim Tszyu can beat Keith Thurman and then go on to fight Terrence Crawford, that's a big fight. At this time right now, Terrence Crawford knows politics is kind of kicking in, so he's just looking for a big fight right now. As far as he gonna fight a big name. I know a lot of people want him to fight Boots, but at the same time, we just don't know how good Boots is. Boots can go in there, go 12 rounds with Terrence Crawford, lose, or just go 12 rounds and people will say will have kind of criticism about him. So I don't know what he'll prove against going through with Terrence Crawford. I feel like he could fight 2 or 3 guys before he get to Crawford. As far as seeing how good he is, we don't know how good some of these guys are. I know how good Tim Tszyu is, so that's probably somebody I want to see Crawford in there with. Because nobody else fighting each other right now. It's only like 5. I don't know if everybody knows it, but it's only like 5 or 6 guys that actually jump weight classes. I think everybody thinks Canelo. Everybody moves like Canelo, but everybody doesn't jump weight classes. Canelo is one of the only guys that does it. Triple G never jumped weight classes like Canelo. So that's why I hate when people try to compare Canelo and Triple G. Triple G ain't never jumped no weight class. Canelo had to go up to fight Triple G. I'm giving Triple G credit for something Canelo had to go do. Nah, bro, you don't get no credit for that. Yeah, and sparring. And sparring. In sparring. I know people gonna get mad when I say that, but it's the truth. In sparring. You know how bad it is for me to be a Tank fan all these years? And the only thing I gotta hear about all the time when he's not fighting is a sparring match. I'm tired of hearing about Tank fight a sparring Devin. I wish that sparring match would have never happened. That's the highlight of his career, bro. Like, let's fight somebody, bro. Let's make something happen. You just announced your next fight, and we talking about a sparring match. I was talking about that last night, Marcos. Man, how we talking about a sparring match? Like, Canelo done sparred everybody. He don't sit there and talk about, yeah, I sparred this guy. Look, let me put this out. Like, man, this is crazy, man. We putting out sparring matches. I don't want my favorite fight. I'm glad Terrence Crawford his best fight isn't sparring Errol Spence or sparring Devin Haney or sparring Shakur Stevenson. Like, I'm glad Terrence Crawford don't have to have those kind of conversations. Yeah, it should have been next. It should be next. It should be Frank Martin, then Shakur Stevenson. It should be. It should be. It definitely should. What I don't like right now is, I'm gonna tell you what I don't like right now that's going on though. And I'm gonna be honest with you. That weight class that Shakur Stevenson and Tank Davis and all those guys at, I'm gonna tell y'all to go look at the rankings. It's about 40 guys at that weight class, man. They trying to fool us and stuff. It's like 40 guys at that weight class. You think it's just Frank Martin down there? All right, man. Let them dudes fool you if you want to. It's like 40 dudes down there. They trying to distract y'all. You got William Zepeda, Maxie Hughes, Cambosis, Isak Cruz just came from down there. Jermaine Ortiz just came from down there. Tiafimo just came from down there. You still got Andy Cruz down there. You got Keyshawn Davis down there. 135 is loaded. I'm talking about it's loaded. You can go on for days who they got at 135. They got Abdullah Mason just popped up down there. So a lot of guys at 135 right now. And everybody's looking around like, oh, who's Tank gonna fight? Who's this guy? Oh, Tank talking about Devin Haney still. Okay. All right. Okay. How long that's gonna go on? I'm just sitting back in the weeds. The same thing on that Homer Simpson meme when you going back in the bush. That's all I'm doing. Cause everybody like, yeah, that's sparring match. That's sparring match. Okay. Brother, I'm just tell you right now, if a sparring match is gonna be the biggest thing that happened to you in 2024, I would not be paying for it. I'm telling y'all, I told people that the other day. They said, "Oh man, that's a big fight." Y'all ain't even talking about the fight no more. Nah, Eastside Cruz perfect for 140. I think he fought at 140 before Marcos. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't know if he did before, but I think Eastside Cruz fought at 140. He said he was gonna fight at 140 a long time ago. I think like last year he said he could fight at 140. Him and Jermaine Ortiz. He gonna be like the same as Jermaine Ortiz. You know how like Jermaine Ortiz looked against Teofimo? It's gonna be about the same. Him and Jermaine Ortiz, those guys they can make 140. So yeah, he gonna be solid at 140. He definitely gonna make weight. But I'm not gonna lie though, he does look big though right now as far as his weight. But nah, he's short. He's a short guy, but he's a wide guy. He's still a wide guy. He's stocky. But he definitely can fight at 140. He's a beast. Man, hey, you know what? You know what's crazy about Teofimo? Teofimo said he can make 135 right now. Teofimo, he was supposed to fight Tank at 135, and Tank did not want to fight him. Tank said rehydration clause. That's crazy to me. A rehydration clause, and he's 135. They don't make him. You know what I'm saying? So the reason Teofimo didn't fight Tank last year, well, not last year. I guess they were supposed to fight this year if they would have set it up, because Tank hasn't fought yet. But he said that he wanted to fight at 135, and Tank said a rehydration clause, and Teofimo said no way. Then he went to Ryan Garcia, and Ryan Garcia said like 2 or 3 million, or Bob Aaron probably told him 2 or 3 million, and he turned the fight down. But he would have fought at 135 against Tank though. Right now, Teofimo said he can make it. I didn't know he could make 135. I'm surprised. He said it though. Now Devin Haney, he's definitely not making 135. He might go to 140, 47 next year. Probably stayed at 135 too long. Ryan Garcia, he stayed at 135 too long too. That's why he's at 140. All those guys gonna be at 147 soon. That's why I'm saying it's gonna be a joke soon, because a lot of those guys, they're gonna be at 147 soon. You know, they're still growing. So a lot of those guys Tank down there with at 135, they're gonna be at 40 probably in 2 or 3 years. So yeah, these guys, as far as like Ryan Garcia, Teofimo, if Tank doesn't have a fight with these guys soon, they'll be at 147 as soon as possible. Mark my words. They're not gonna stay there that long. You see, most of these guys are already talking about 47 fights. Devin Haney said something. First he said something, then Ryan said something, then Teofimo said something. I wouldn't say he's scared. He's like he's listening to how Floyd them wants him to move and take certain fights. That's all it is. He's listening. He's doing he's being a good businessman, I guess. Trying to be professional. He's fought these guys already, but you know, they're gonna milk it. They're gonna try to get the most out of each fight before he kind of look bad against somebody, or you know, they want him to kind of, they do that with everybody. You know what I'm saying? They do it with everybody. They do it with everybody right now. It's becoming bad right now. That's why with Benavidez is easy. That's why when Benavidez fights Bitter or Bivol in a couple of months, people will see like it's just easy to kind of put these fights together and make it happen. Yeah, from what I see, I don't know. It might sell out, because the only reason I say it might sell out is because it's the summertime and nothing's gonna be going on. That's the only reason I say it might. Think about it for a minute. It's gonna be the middle of the summer, so it might sell out. Nobody's gonna have anything going on. It might sell out. Cause right now, because from what I see, I think Benavidez might fight on that same card, but I don't know. I'm not sure yet. I know he fighting the same month, but if he fight on the same card, I think I think it'll sell out. That's the only way I think it'll sell out. Has to have a good undercard. I can't remember too many of his undercards being like just super memorable, something like that. You know, I can't remember. I think Canelo's and Spence undercard was a little better last year. I don't want to pay for any kind of pay-per-view though. I just don't. Because if we keep doing that, we're gonna pay for everything. Yeah, I'll be surprised if it does 1 million. I'll be surprised. I can't believe those tickets sold out that fast. They said the tickets are already sold out, man. I'm not gonna lie, Ryan Garcia doing an excellent job promoting this fight, though. Every time I turn around, I'm seeing his name now on certain things. That's what everybody needs to do that, though. I don't care how good you are. Just put the fights together like Ryan Garcia. Now, when guys argue about fights, now all you gotta say is Ryan Garcia putting the fights together. Yeah, bro, he is, bro. He is. He is. He is. You can't argue with that. He's taking the fights, man. That's all we ask guys to do. Just take a hard fight, win or lose. If you put together another good fight, I'll buy the fight. Just because he picked the hard fight again, I'll probably buy the fight. It only makes sense. If you support boxing, you want to see the big fights, gotta pay for them. I'll probably pay for it. I will pay for it. Yeah, we definitely need more fights like that. It'll probably do 800. I'm not gonna lie. That Munguia fight, it's in May. They don't got no fights in May. That fight might do 800 as well. I can see both of those fights doing 800. Cause now that I think about it, well, hold on. I think Fury fights in May. Wow. Tyson Fury fight 2 weeks after that, huh? I don't think people gonna think about that fight by then. They might be thinking he gonna pull out by then. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna be trying to wait on paying for that pay-per-view. Yeah, it might do 800. People might be scared about that Fury pay-per-view with him pulling out. So yeah, they'll buy that Canelo fight. If he fights Munguia, it's gonna be a good undercard. I know that. I heard Jerron Ennis gonna be on the undercard. It's supposed to be with Boots and Barrios. It's supposed to be, but I don't know. Oh, you are? Hey, I'm gonna be live for that fight, bro. I'm gonna be live for that fight. Yeah, bro. I'm gonna be live. I'm gonna be up in here. I'm gonna definitely be up in here. That's crazy. They got that fight on a Friday. I couldn't believe it. 5 o'clock. What? It's gonna be on what? 3 o'clock in the afternoon? Really comes on like 10 or 11 in the morning. Yeah, man. I can't. That's crazy. Middle of the day, bro. Everybody got called out work to see the fight. If you want to see it, I couldn't believe it. I said, "No, this coming on Saturday." Yeah, that's insane, man. I don't know if everybody realized that yet. Hey, when did you realize the fight was gonna be on Friday. I'm definitely gonna be off for that fight. I'm gonna be on here for that fight, man. That's crazy. A Friday fight with Anthony Joshua and Ghana. That's not gonna help the sales. I'm gonna watch it though. Those cars, they're too good to miss, man. Oh yeah, you Gucci. Yeah, you definitely good. Bro, don't it feels good to have days like that? Hey, don't it feels good to have days like that where you can kind of come in and actually use one of those? Especially against when you have a fight like this. It's gonna be a good fight, man. We might have 2 upsets next week. I don't To be honest with you, I don't know who's gonna win for sure, but that's why we have the fights. But it's gonna be a good fight, man. I can't wait. Man, I can't wait. Now you can save that other day instead of using it. Because Fury would have fought 2 weeks ago. You probably would have been off on the weekend, but it's crazy, man. This fight's on a Friday. I hope everybody knows it's on Friday. I don't think they know yet though. I think I realized that 5 days ago, 4 days ago. Yeah, you good though for the year, 10, 6 days. Yeah, I'll definitely use one of those. It's already March, so you got a lot left for the year. That's gonna be a very good fight. That's the fight I'm waiting on. I'm waiting on everybody to kind of get excited about it, but I've been pretty hyped about it. The trailer kind of helped too. You seen the trailer? That trailer was nice. They do a very good job hyping these fights up, doing these trailers, and that's crazy. Some of these other guys don't do these trailers like that. They have the zone do a little bit more now. And Ghana gonna give Joshua a hard fight, man. It's gonna be a very good fight. They were so hyped after the last fight. They didn't have a press conference after the Fury fight. So after this fight, we gotta see. If it's an upset, we might not get one. Man, I heard Fury got a rematch clause. So Fury got a rematch. Him and Usyk got to rematch each other. So Joshua gotta wait. That is crazy. A rematch, man. We haven't even got the first fight yet. I just want to see the first fight first. If they have a rematch, then all right. But I don't know. That's a good question. I was thinking that too. I was thinking that. I was actually thinking that. I was actually thinking that. I definitely was thinking that. I think it's most likely him. I don't think it'll be Frank Sanchez. Um, I think it's most likely would be. I don't think it won't be Hergovic. It won't be Sanchez. Well, it might be Sanchez. It'll be mostly like Sanchez or Andy or even Daniel Dubois probably. But yeah, it could be Andy. I can see that happening. I can definitely see that happening. I see Andy's been quiet lately, so that kind of makes sense to me. I was thinking the same thing, so we kind of agree on that. I wasn't thinking Andy at first, but now it's kind of leading towards that way. That'll be a good fight, man. I honestly don't know who will win. Uh, I don't know who Andy's training with right now. Wow. Wow. Mm. Might be fighting in May, huh? Yeah, that makes sense now. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. I agree with you on that. I agree with you on that one. I might be putting out that information soon too. But yeah, I was thinking about that for months now. But now it's like I can see it actually happening. Like because Hergovich, he's supposed to get AJ next. He was gonna be the replacement for Fury. So they kind of saving Hergovich. Dane Dubois, he's a guy, but I don't know who he'll fight. Maybe Zhang next. Maybe if Zhang wins, he fights Dane Dubois. Yeah, I can see that happening. That makes sense. So yeah, you're right. I see Andrew Ruiz fighting Wilder next. That can definitely happen. I see a lot of people training right now, so they probably getting ready for that Fury card. They need some more names on there. They got a couple of names, but it's not really stacked. It's about Big Baby Miller. Yeah, he entertaining. That fight was entertaining, man. That probably was the best fight on the card, wasn't it? Yeah, that was the best fight on the card. Now that Marco said that, me thinking about it, that was the best fight. The Joshua fight was okay, but it was a knockout. It wasn't long. The Wilder fight, that was boring. Uh, the Bivol fight, it went 12 rounds, but it wasn't like a lot of action. But yeah, that Big Baby Miller fight, that was entertainment. Dane Dubois fight like that too, though. Most of his fights entertaining. But Big Baby made it a lot better though. I definitely want to see him fight again. Yeah, I agree with you on that. He got arrested recently, but he should be good though. He should get himself together. He should be all right by now. Yeah, I definitely want to see him fight again. I hope they bring him back on the card, man. I don't know. They might do some things where like they don't want a guy on there after he lost, or as far as facing certain guys. I don't know who he'll fight. I don't know if they'll put him in there with Wilder or Ruiz. That'll kind of throw things off a little bit. Big Baby's still a big guy, you know what I'm saying? Unless he fights one of those heavyweights who lost. He might fight a guy like Cavalier or something like that. Nah, he ain't dropped none. He just lost one of them. He just lost one. I seen Charlo dropped all the belts today. Got stripped. He won what? He dropped his last belt, but he ain't got no more belts. So Charlo, he definitely gonna move up. I think Jamel Charlo might fight Berlanga, man. It's a good chance Jamel Charlo might fight Edgar Berlanga next. Just letting it be known. It's a rumor, but it's a real rumor. I thought Bud would fight possibly a Charlo or something, but He gonna fight somebody possibly with a belt. So Tim Tszyu. Yeah, it's gonna be Berlanga most likely. He want big fights only, so it's gonna be Berlanga. Berlanga said he wants to. Berlanga wants to. He kind of want to test himself before he get in there with Canelo. So before he get in there with Canelo, he kind of want to see where he's at, and the only way he can do that is testing himself against Charlo. And Charlo, the only dude he's calling out. I was ignoring it at first. I was like, why is Berlanga calling out Charlo? I was like, that don't make any sense. But then I thought about it, I was like, oh yeah, it does make sense. Makes a lot of sense. Because Charlo said he didn't want to stay at 54, then he don't have any belts. He just want to have a big fight. And Berlanga his people called Charlo already, or try to get in contact with him, or got in contact with him. I think it was met with him, something like that. And he's thinking about fighting him. That's the only guy he's calling out. So that make a lot of sense to me. Berlanga trying to see if he's good enough before that Canelo fight, which makes sense. It all makes sense. He gonna say to himself, oh, okay, if I can look like this against Charlo, I'll be ready to go against Canelo. So that's all it is, really. But the only guy he calling out, I was like, wow. He ain't gonna fight no other 68s. But then I thought about it. I was like, oh, he want to fight Canelo next. And he want to fight a common opponent that Canelo has. So that's why he's doing it. They've done it before. They did it with him and Benavidez before. Had a common opponent between him and Berlanga. Now they're doing the same thing with Canelo and Berlanga, trying to get somebody as far as to see how he looks. They do that all the time, man. That's why they do the sparring and all them other things. People think sparring is just to get better and all that. I mean, you get better by training. You don't get better by just fighting somebody straight up all day. Like, you do, but at the same time, it's like, come on now. You don't learn how to jab by getting punched in the face. But at the same time, that's the fight he's looking at right now. He definitely need a big fight ASAP, though. I haven't heard his name around anything. I knew he wasn't gonna fight Tim Tszyu. I definitely knew that wasn't gonna happen. That's why Keith Thurman fighting Tim Tszyu now. But my only thing is, Keith Thurman saying the other day that he signed a whole bunch of fights that he didn't really have yet. He wasn't really sitting out or not trying to fight. He wasn't taking a break. Said he been staying active. He just wasn't getting the fights. It's kind of crazy because when he comes out and sign a fight like Tim Tszyu, now people saying, people ain't saying Keith Thurman don't want to fight nobody no more. Hey, Tim Tszyu, that's a hard fight, man. First fight at 154. He's stopping a lot of guys right now. The reason I know, because everybody mentioning him with Terrence Crawford now. Yeah, that Money fight, that was terrible. Oh, not that Charlo. You talking about the big Charlo. I'm talking about the little Charlo. The one who fought Castano. Nah, you talking about Jamal Charlo. I don't know why he looked bad in that Money fight. That might have just been a bad style matchup. Money came to fight that night, though. I knew he was going to have trouble in that fight, too. Yeah, that was a very bad style matchup. Yeah, that's the big Charlo, though. The one I'm talking about, that's a smaller one. He gonna fight Berlanga. I think, well, not fight him, but they looking to fight. They're definitely looking to fight. Yeah, Plant looking to fight the other Charlo, the bigger one. That's the one Plant want to fight. But Charlo, I'm gonna tell you a secret right now. That if you want to see what Charlo gonna do in the next couple of weeks, I think he's supposed to fight Carlos Adames, the guy who just got the belt at 160. He's supposed to fight him. I think they have a mandatory. So I was waiting on Charlo to kind of drop the belt to see if he was gonna fight Canelo, but since he hasn't dropped the belt, he still has his belt. So I think he's gonna fight Adames at 160. And Caleb Plant, they just asked Caleb Plant about Charlo, and he said that Charlo doesn't want to take the fight. So it's kind of where they at right now. I feel like if Charlo fights Adames and something happens or whatever, he probably would fight Plant then, but probably not right now. He wouldn't give up his belt to fight Caleb Plant. That doesn't make any sense. But I definitely want to see Plant versus Charlo, though. That's the fight I want to see now. I wanted to see that fight last year. That would have been a good fight, man. Hey, I don't know why they had. Hey, that's a good question. Why did they have? I'm glad Marcos said that. So why did they have Benavidez fight Charlo, and then Charlo didn't even fight for the belt? I guess they wanted Benavidez, the two brothers, to be on the same card. But I'm just thinking, like, why would he fight Benavidez and it wasn't for a belt? He could have just fought Caleb Plant. That's the fight I want to see. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I definitely want to see that fight. They should have that fight right now. Yeah, that's a good idea, Marcos. That's a great idea. But they don't really pay attention to that fight like that though. I don't understand. Most people forgot about that fight, Charlo and Plant. That's a huge fight. That's probably a top 5 fight that I want right now. I would watch that fight before a lot of fights right now. Yeah, Caleb Plant's a problem. I be giving him a hard time, but I just be wanting him to fight more. That's it, man. I feel like he should just fight more. He only fought like twice in the last 2 years. He hasn't fought. He only fought what, twice since Canelo fight? See, Canelo is more active than these guys. You know what I'm saying? I be. That's why I try not to. I don't know. I might be too hard on Canelo sometimes. These dudes, they fight one time a year, man. Once a year. That's insane to me. One time a year, man. That's crazy. Yeah, Canelo doing too much in the game right now. He's carrying boxing on his back because he's fighting twice a year. And I don't know if Caleb Plant gonna fight twice this year. He only fought once last year. Right now, it's looking like he's gonna fight once this year. I think Tank might fight. I don't know, man. Once probably. I'd be surprised if he fight twice. That'll be the end of the year. So a lot of these guys not fighting that much. That's what I'm saying. I don't know how that Plant versus Charlo fight can get made, especially at 68. If Caleb Plant fights a guy right now, it's gonna be a young guy, and it's not gonna be on a big card either. It's gonna be on like a small card. It's not gonna be somebody who's really gonna cause any problems. But yeah, man. Shout out to my guy Marcos, man. He definitely tuned in with me. Shout out to Shrek. Hey Marcos, I'm gonna be on here later on, man. I'm gonna do the fight later on. If you want to check in. I'm gonna definitely be on here later on. Marcos want to check in. Yeah, bro. I'm gonna be on here later on. You definitely want to check in with me. Hold on, I gotta do something real quick. Hold on. Yeah, it's definitely gonna be a good card later on. Trying to pull something up. Yeah, this is wild. Hold on. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna check in for later on with this fight tonight though. It's gonna be a good fight coming on tonight. A lot of people sleeping. Hey, I'm telling you, this fight tonight, it's gonna be way better than what we think it is. I know right now we probably think these guys. I know we probably think these guys ain't on a certain level, but these guys are beasts right now. That's gonna be a very good fight tonight. Yeah, it's definitely gonna be a good fight. I'm gonna have to tune in for that, man. Definitely. I'm trying to make something happen real quick. But I think that it might be an upset tonight in boxing. A lot of people don't know it yet, but it's gonna be a huge upset. It's gonna be a huge upset tonight. I'm trying to see if I'm bet on anything, but I don't know, man. It's some close fights tonight. Yeah, definitely gonna be some close fights on tonight. I don't think people gonna expect it though. But tonight, a lot of these guys tonight who's fighting, a couple of these guys might fight anyway next year though. So that's the interesting thing about the fights that's coming on tonight. A lot of these guys will possibly be in the ring with anyway in the future. So people definitely gotta expect a hard fight tonight. It's not gonna be something easy. It's gonna be a tough card. I'm gonna look at that tonight though. A lot of fans don't know that, you know. They think anyway gonna move up to certain weight classes, but it's one of the weight classes you're looking at soon. A lot of these guys, they expecting to fight anyway soon. They got a lot of people coming out from top rank. PBC got a lot of guys too. I don't know if people know it, but a lot of guys in Japan, like anyway, they fight on Amazon Prime like PBC fighters do too. So it's not really hard to make that fight come together. It's definitely not hard to make those kind of fights come together. There's a lot of things going on tonight, but these fights right here with Komatov and Ford, that's gonna be a good fight. That's a championship fight. And this Lopez versus Avita come on tonight. That's gonna be a championship fight. Brian Norman fight tonight. Brian Norman Jr. and Duke Reagan versus Valdez. That's gonna be a good fight tonight. They got some bare knuckle boxing coming on tonight too, though. Definitely gonna be a good fight. I'm finna head out. Hey Marcos, I'm gonna head out, dog. I'm gonna see you later on, bro. Appreciate. Thanks for the support, man. For real. If you still in here, I'm gonna definitely holler at you later on, dog. I'm gonna be on here later on. That's all I got though. Like and subscribe, man.